on, I need the video to pop up. What the fuck? Oh, here we go. I need the video to pop up first. What? Okay. Fuck it. It's probably a little slow, but it's all good. Shit, my screen. It's in there so slow. First, if I can get playing, once it starts playing, go ahead.
These people are here to pick up the same prescription. They both know drug costs are.
All right, calm. All right. Shalom, shalom. First and most, want to give all praise and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kadosh, the bonus of the apostle of the great mills, taught us through the spirit. Peace and much love and sight to Israel. All right, you so-called Negroes, Latin American, just Israel according to the Bible. How time we got to sleep, year 2020, year of prophecy, year of direction with the spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kadosh. That's going to be here. I'm the brother Jeremiah, for I see our sanctified ones, kind of bring up an edifying lesson on the siege of Jerusalem, part 2, because we already had part 1, which was in 70 AD, going to 60 AD. All right, this is something that's been going on for a long time between us and the so-called white man, and we're living in that time of our people being persecuted by these riots, by all these things that we're seeing, the prophecies of the Heavenly Father, and also history replaying itself. So when you read the book of Maccabees, and it talks about the rise of Israel, okay, because through the murder and the rape, robbery, murder that our people were going through back in 70 AD, the same exact thing is going on now. And that same exact spirit is still lingering in Jake to rise up against his oppressor. This is how the Maccabees brothers did. All right, but they rose up in righteousness, which you understand, no, because at that point in time we knew it was Israelites. So that revolt was a righteous revolt. All right, but this is what our people are doing is a weakness, because they're under what? They're under a so-called, they're under that black MO. Okay, they're under that black power MO, which is wicked according to scriptures, because we're not black, we're brown people. Okay, which makes no damn sense. But the fact of the matter is that Esau's a white man, he's getting ready to put martial law, which is already here, we already read these scriptures, 2nd or 16th chapter, right? We read these Jeremiah 30, we read these scriptures in Jeremiah 16th chapter. We read all these scriptures that go over these things about our people being trodden down by the heathen. And once again, it's going to come back again, but it's going to be on a different level, because also the Most High is going to set up certain men with spiritual power, which are men of the elect, are going to get spiritual powers to fight against these devils in this time that they were living in. But for 2/3 of our people, they're going to be killed by this man. All right. But I'm trying to play the video with Trump when he was speaking on the situation. And forgive me, brothers, Akim, and a few sisters that listen, if it's moving slow. You know, Satan always, fucking with the internet and things like that.
She's spending this much. Stop paying too much for your prescriptions. Download the free app today.
Whilst protests broke out across the country over the weekend, President Trump stayed largely silent, except for a slew of tweeting that appeared to actually stoke tensions. A senior administration official tells the Washington Post that the president and some of his advisors calculated that he should not speak to the nation because he had nothing new to say. He had no tangible policy or action to announce yet. But in a series of tweets on Saturday morning, Trump addressed the protests that took place outside the White House. He first thanked the Secret Service, saying the agents let protesters scream and rant as much as they wanted. He added, big crowd, professionally organized, but nobody came close to breaching the fence. If they had, they would have been greeted with the most vicious dogs and most ominous weapons I've ever seen. The president also appeared to invite his own supporters to gather outside the White House, tweeting in part, tonight I understand is MAGA night at the White House. Here's how he responded when asked about his tweets.
Twitter and tweet today. Are you concerned that you might be stoking more racial violence or more
not at all. MAGA says, make America great again. These are people that love our country. I have no idea if they're going to be here. I was just asking. But I have no idea if they're going to be here. But MAGA is make America great again. By the way, they love African American people. They love black people. MAGA loves black people.
According to NBC News, President Trump has dismissed advice from his allies urging him to tone down his rhetoric. Multiple people familiar with the discussion say there is broad agreement among Trump's allies that his current, largely incendiary messaging on protesters could backfire politically and also potentially further fuel the turmoil. Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina, the only African-American Republican in the Senate, said yesterday that he told the president some of his tweets about the violence that has swept the nation were, quote, not constructive, and that Trump was responsive to his suggestions for ways to improve his message.
I spoke with the president yesterday morning, and he and I had a good conversation about what are the next steps. I told him what I'm going to tell you, which is, Mr. President, it helps us when you focus on the death, the unjustified, in my opinion, the criminal death of George Floyd. Those tweets are very helpful. Mr. President, it is helpful.
Oh, so like here. I want to get on YouTube because it's just move slow. Should take a long as fuck. God damn. This internet got fucking sucks.
Play War Thunder now. Join millions of players across the
Thank you very much.
All right, here we go.
My fellow Americans, my first and highest duty as president is to defend our great country and the American people. I swore to uphold the
Bear with me, Akin. Bear with me. Internet's tripping right now.
laws of our nation, and that is exactly what I will do. All Americans were rightly sickened and revolted by the brutal death of George Floyd. My administration is fully committed that for George and his family, justice will be served. He will not have died in vain. But we cannot allow the righteous cries of peaceful protesters to be drowned out by an angry mob. The biggest victims of the rioting are peace-loving citizens in our poorest communities. And as their president, I will fight to keep them safe. I will fight to protect you. I am your president of law and order and an ally of all peaceful protesters. But in recent days, our nation has been gripped by professional anarchists, violent mobs, arsonists, looters, criminals, rioters, Antifa, and others. A number of
See, he's talking about your Israelites. All right, he's not talking about his people. Because if you really go on Instagram, like I said, all this, hey man, so white man use social media for his own enemy. When you look at it all on Instagram, majority of the people that's looting and that's showing our shit are what? Are agent provocateurs. Okay, they're inside intel. So what they're doing, hey man, they're destroying, they're going into neighborhoods destroying shit, in which the most majority of them are so-called white people. But they're blaming it on you Israelites because at the end of the day, it's your problem. You know, it's as a nation, this is our problem. Us being raped, robbed, and murdered as a people, this is our issue. But we let the enemy inside of our own issues, and therefore, when now they can go rape, now they can go destroy shit and do all the other things, but then it's gonna come back on us. Because why? We're the people that's going through it, you know. But he's talking about you. He's talking about you so-called Negroes, Native Americans called you thugs. He said you thugs, you're violent, you're criminals. All right, you're evil. You're basically calling us evil people. When actually at the end of the day, this man made us to be that evil people. All right, he made us to be in that like a man to be violent, because all this man has shown in this world is violence. Okay.
State and local governments have failed to take necessary action to safeguard their residents. Innocent people have been savagely beaten, like the young man in Dallas, Texas, who was left dying on the street, or the woman in upstate New York viciously attacked by dangerous thugs. Small business owners have seen their dreams utterly destroyed. New York's finest have been hit in the face with bricks. Brave nurses who have battled the virus are afraid to leave their homes. A police precinct has been overrun. Here in the nation's capital, the Lincoln Memorial and the World War II Memorial have been vandalized. One of our most historic churches was set ablaze. A federal officer in California, an African-American enforcement hero, was shot and killed. These are not acts of peaceful protest. These are acts of domestic terror. The destruction of innocent life and the spilling of innocent blood is an offense to humanity and a crime against God.
So like I don't want to talk too much. I don't want to talk too much through this video, but just for the fact that this devil said that he said that innocent blood is a crime. You know, what have you done all through history, man? You know, we're about to get to all these accounts in the scriptures in the Maccabees. About to go heavily into this to the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai. I had a little problem with getting the video up running and things like that. Now we got to run. Now the spirit's pumping. But this man said that it is a crime to the Most High to spill innocent blood. Now for the first scripture, we're gonna go through. We're gonna go get Genesis real quick. Genesis, right? We're gonna let that first scripture pop out, and this is what Esau's white man. He's hypocrite. That's why Isaiah 10 and 9, 10 and 6 says, you will fight against a hypocritical nation. Because everything that this man just said, he spoke of against himself. So let me get the scripture real quick. No, I'm going to get number 35, 33. It's numbers of the 35. It's Numbers chapter 35, verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land ye are, for blood defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein by the blood of him that shed it. So this land cannot be cleansed unless the so-called white man's blood is shed upon this land. So he just said that by innocent blood. And we read when you read 2 Corinthians the 15th chapter at around by the ninth verse, right? Slakia. The 11th verse, it says, the innocent blood crieth unto me. You know, so this man has killed innocent so-called Negroes, Latin Americans, all the way from going back to 70 AD all the way to now. Time was being persecuted in Rome all the way to now, to this very own day. And he has the nerve to say that killing innocent people is a crime against the Most High. What have you? And he cut his own self. You know, what has your people done from years and years and years of going, man? Destroying, rape, rob, pillaging, and murdering a nation of people for no reason, because you feel like it, because you can. It's only because Heavenly Father gave you that reason as well too. You know, because let Israel have been in his right, let our people have been in our right minds, you wouldn't be able to fuck with us. All right, it's only because the Most High allowed you to do that. And this is Genesis 9:6, the scripture I wanted to came back to mind through the Spirit. Like I say, you know, once these scriptures start rolling out, the Spirit start rolling. This is Genesis chapter 9, verse 6. Whom sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. For in my image I made man. So whosoever sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. So if you shed other man's blood, your blood shall be shedded too. All right, and this devil has not seen it, his blood has not been shedded yet. But you can tell Jake, right? You can tell our people not to shed your people's blood for shedding our blood. You're a hypocrite, man. You're a complete devil. What about 9/11? You know, you bring up 9/11 to these devils. They hold on to that shit with a passion. They hold on to 9/11. They hold on to that so-called fake ass what's that Nazi shit, man? All right, that fake ass Holocaust. They hold on to those things. 9/11, the Holocaust. You know, things happen to them. They hold on to. But what about when we came over here in the 1600s, 1700s, man? What about when we was in Europe and the so-called white man came and sieged us over there and started killing us and brought us over to the lands of America? Because there wasn't just Israelites being brought from the south, the west coast of Africa, also Europe. We was being brought from Europe and in the west parts of Africa, and also all over the world. We was bringing from all over the world from here, man, to here. All right, and 2% there's already Chopper Gad already here, and plus the Aztecs and the Incas were already over here. So we were brought from all over the world to this damn place. How many Negroes have you killed in the span of that time? Millions and trillions of us were killed in the slave trade, man. You killed so many Native Americans that you barely see. They live on reservations nowadays over in Arizona. You type in Arizona right now. You type in Arizona, Chile, man, they live bad. They live terrible out there. There's nothing out there at all. So you put our people in these conditions. You made our people live a savagery life. You destroyed our people, took their heritage from them. Everything you could, you destroyed from the nation of Israel. But then now you have the audacity to say that shedding man's blood is a crime against the Most High. And you broke that. That same thing you just said, you broke it, man. That's why scripture say, hey man, his tongue shall fall upon himself. You know? St. John 8:44. When he speaketh the lie, he speaketh of his own. Because every time he's lying, he's speaking of his own lie. Because he just lied. He just told it, and then he told the truth on himself, man. This man, you look at this nigga, everything his people's done has been nothing but just wickedness. You know, I'm not gonna speak too much, but I'm gonna let this video roll out through the Spirit, man.
Creation, not destruction. Cooperation, not contempt. Security, not anarchy. Healing, not hatred. Justice, not chaos. This is our mission, and we will succeed 100%. We will succeed. Our country always wins. That is why I am taking immediate presidential action to stop the violence and restore security and safety in America. I am mobilizing all available federal resources, civilian and military, to stop the rioting and looting, to end the destruction and arson, and to protect the rights of law-abiding Americans, including your Second Amendment rights. Therefore, the following measures are going into effect immediately. First, we are ending the riots and lawlessness that has spread throughout our country. We will end it now. National Guard in sufficient numbers that we dominate the streets.
All right, Khan. And now I'm gonna pull this out real quick.
We're supposed to step
Because what he said to keep your Second Amendment rights. In the Second Amendment, right, people to keep and bear arms shall not be. So your whole thing for Second Amendment is to bear your arms. So to shoot to kill, right? So he said for people to keep his Second Amendment, and most people don't know what the Second Amendment even is. It's to be able to bear arms. All right, it's to be able to revolt or fight when you feel threatened. So, and think about this too also, when you have different so-called Edomite hate groups out there that are ready to kill Jake, like militias, you know, those KKKers that they have, you know, already, like just how we watched the movie Purge, the new one that came, I think it was like 2019 came out, the movie Purge, when you had those so-called white militias come into the hood and started killing Jake. You know what I'm saying? These are things that are going on. He's getting ready to move on our people. That's why I call this the Siege of Jerusalem Part 2. Because it is. This is Part 2 of the Heavenly Father's movie. Siege of Jerusalem Part 2. This is the time we're living in. You know what I'm saying? And if you're a so-called Black Hispanic American, you need to get back to the scriptures, all right, and call upon the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and get right. And pray you be of the elect. Because in the day, the Lord's only coming for the elected nation of Israel. Because 2/3 of our people, they're not gonna adhere to what we're saying. See, they're gonna deny what we're saying. They're gonna deny the words of the Heavenly Father. That's why they're gonna be destroyed here in America. But it's gonna be a remnant of our people that's gonna repent and come back to their power and sincerity and truth. And they're gonna be the ones that are gonna be saved from this, man. But not everybody's gonna be saved in this time that we're living. It's a bad time. It's some serious shit, man. You know, it's gonna be upon a time when you could be out in the streets, just going about your day. You know what I'm saying? And the day ain't gonna be no sense in going about your day, but you're gonna be going on the streets, man. Whatever. Military pull up on your ass, man. Take you up, throw you in a concentration camp. You know what I'm saying? And now here it is. You got the market of beast getting pushed, the RFID, the vaccines. So this is the time we're living in. We live in a time this man's new world order. And also, when you read about the Willie Lynch letter on how to make a slave, they say that one world order. He said something about one world government, one world order. Even Willie Lynch knew about the one world order. He knew about the one world order, man. He knew about that. This is something that these devils had planned from the beginning. These Rothschilds, you know what I'm saying? These Rockefellers, these DuPonts, these Gettys, they had this already in motion, this one world order. That's why they do it. They do it. They make chaos and they bring it in with a solution. And this is the chaos they brought. So they use the so-called black man, George Floyd, right, to get killed, to make the uprising of the people, to blow it up, to put it on mainstream media, to make it huge, to make a big commotion about it. And now what they're going to do? Now they're going to enforce what? So-called order, which is what's going to be martial law. It's going to be the RFID, the mark of the beast. You know what I'm saying? Putting Jake in concentration camps, locking you up, throwing you in jail. All right? These are the things they're doing. These are the things he wants to do because he wants to bring forth his new world order. All right? The coronavirus was just the beginning of something to make to start this to kick this new world order off, man. A way to kick it off. Because now what happens now? Now you have people wearing masks. You know, you have people going on wearing masks. So now they're in the frame in the frame of mind of thieving, of stealing, or of going out breaking in somebody's shit. They're already in that mind frame of rioting. You know what I'm saying? Also slavery as well. Because you go back to those masks, we used to wear those things of slavery over our face, over our mouth, to represent that we were in captivity. And it's also to represent the whole world that they're in captivity at the end of the day. Even Esau is a slave to Esau, man. You know, because why? Everybody has a social security number. You're not free. No, at the end of the day, nobody's free here. But there's people that have been oppressed here and oppressed and killed and raped, robbed, and murdered forever. And that's been us. Right? And we're the ones that have been subjected unto payments. We're the ones that have the hard time making it in the society. We're the ones that get killed, like I said again, raped, robbed, and murdered on a 24-hour basis and get persecuted. Right? But Esau's a white man, he can do whatever he wants to do, but the scripture say he's not as trouble as other men. You know? But let me go ahead and keep letting this play.
Establish an overwhelming law enforcement presence until the violence has been quelled. If a city or state refuses to take the actions that are necessary to defend the life and property of their residents, then I will deploy the United States military and quickly solve the problem for them. I am also taking swift and decisive action to protect our great capital, Washington, D.C. What happened in this city last night was a total disgrace. As we speak, I am dispatching thousands and thousands of heavily armed soldiers, military personnel, and law enforcement officers to stop the rioting, looting, vandalism, assaults, and the wanton destruction of property. We are putting everybody on warning. Our 7 o'clock curfew will be strictly enforced. Those who threaten innocent life and property will be arrested, detained, and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. I want the organizers of this terror to be unknown.
So now he just therefore put out martial law, which was already, saying it was June 1st. So this a couple of days ago, which we're under. So now we're under martial law, and this is the beginning stages of what that new world order, and also of their new agenda, which at the coming of our Lord Yahushua as well. You know what I'm saying? This is prophecy in the Bible that the prophet of the Heavenly Father has been speaking of, because Scripture also say that in Revelation 19:10 that the Spirit of Most High is the Spirit of prophecy, and we've been prophesying that there will be martial law come, but it'll be upon Jake, it'll be upon our people. It'll be enforced on you Israelites. All right. And this Jeremiah chapter 15 verses 8. And their widows are increased to me above the sand of the seas. I have brought upon them against the mother of the young man, and spoiled at the neighbor. I have caused him to fall upon it suddenly, and terrors upon the city. She that have borne she that have borne language, she have given up the ghost. Her son is gone down while it was yet day, that she have been ashamed and confounded. Hold on, I think this was it was verse 17. This is Jeremiah chapter 17 verses. I'm gonna start at verse. Let me see. Yeah, this is Jeremiah chapter this is Jeremiah chapter 18 verses 21. Therefore verse 20. This is Jeremiah chapter 18 verse 20. Shall evil be recompense for good? For they have digged a pit for my soul. Remember that I stood before thee to speak good for them, and to turn away the wrath from them. So what Jeremiah was saying, that we was out there preaching the word or telling the people, he said he was on their behalf. But what did Jake do? Jake revolted against the prophets of the Lord, try to kill Jeremiah. They threw Jeremiah in a pit of shit. Okay, what you call they threw him in a pit of shit. You know what I'm saying? They try to kill him. They want to kill Jeremiah at a point in time. All right. Therefore, this is what Jeremiah said to 2/3 of the people. Right. Therefore, deliver up their children to famine, and pour out their blood by the force of the sword, and let their wives be bereft of their children, and be widows, and let their men be put to death. Let their young men be slain by the sword in battle. Let a cry hear from their houses when thou shalt bring a troop suddenly upon them. So that troop, what's that troop? The military, man. The martial law. That's that troop that's going to suddenly come upon you so-called Negroes, Latin Americans in your house. So it's going to be an outcry. It's going to be an outcry for the children of Israel. It's going to be you can imagine the so-called black woman. She's loud, so she's going to be screaming and hollering. When those troops break down your door, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, taking your husband, taking your kids away. You know what I'm saying? Might kill your man on spot. You know what I'm saying? All those things like that's gonna happen. It's gonna be a big outcry in the nation of Israel. That's why we're about to go back to the book of Maccabees. The shit that we was going through back then, the same thing we're about to go through now. So so brothers in this truth that are in the knowledge of Yahweh Shem Shai, we have to arm ourselves with the sufferings of the Lord, like 1 Peter 4 says. We have to arm ourselves with the scriptures, arm ourselves mentally, and get ready might end up getting rolled on. But some of us also going to receive spiritual power according to prophecy. Not all of us are going to see death, like the scriptures say. But some of us are going to have to die for the cause of Yahweh Shai and for this testimony. All right, but the main part of it is that this what Donald Trump just said, U.S. military, the martial law, this is Bible prophecy that's playing out within our face, that the men of the Most High got years and years ago. And we're not living that time and that age when the Lord's getting ready to make his debut, Yahweh Shai. He's going to make his debut. So all these things come to pass. And then after that, the kingdom of heaven is going to come. Right? We're not going to walk into the kingdom of the Most High like that, like it ain't nothing. We're going to go through hell. We're going to go through tribulation. We're going to see bad times. You know, we're not going to. The scripture say that in Acts, man. So that for you to see the kingdom Most High, you should go through great tribulation, great pain, great sufferings, and mournings. You know, and this is why Jeremiah says. That's why Jeremiah 9:1 says that Jeremiah cried for the slain. I'm gonna get that. Let me get that. Sure. This is Jeremiah 9:1. Woe that my head were waters, and my eyes are the foundation of my tears, that I might weep the day and night for the slain of the daughter of my people. So Jeremiah was crying. He's seen the slaying, you know, saying the slaughter of the daughter of his own people. And at the end of the day, that was going, like I said, that goes back to 70 AD, all the way from the 1600s all the way to 2020. The slaying of the daughter of the children of Israel have been fully in full effect, going back from 70 AD all the way into now. This has been fully in effect, and Jeremiah said that he cried, he mourned for the children of thy people. And that we're in a time of mourning because it's going to be some hard times coming. You know, it's going to be very hard, very difficult times. You know, and let me keep on going. This Jeremiah 18 and 21. Well, verse 22. Let a cry be heard from their houses when they shall bring a troop suddenly upon them, for they digged a pit to take me and hid snares for my feet. Yet the Lord, thou knowest all their counsel against me to slay me. Forgive not their iniquity, neither blot out their sin. For thy sight let them be overthrown before thee. Deal thou thus with them in thine time, in thine anger. So Jeremiah said, deal with these people. At the end of the day, deal with these niggas in thy time and thy anger. And this is what the Lord's getting ready to deal with our people with, because at the end of the day, our people they're not going to adhere to the words of the prophets. You brothers up there that's preaching the word, or Yahweh Shem Shai, we know, we see it. You know, Jake walked past, Jake, wags the hand. No, you don't know what you're talking about. God loves everybody. We're not God's for the people. They fight against us on a day-to-day basis when we bring out this word. They fight against us constantly. That's why Jeremiah said what he said. He said, "Bolt not their iniquity." So don't let the iniquity be of these people be hung out, because they try to kill me, so kill them. In the time of thy anger, in the time of thy wrath, this is the time of the Most High's feeling. So this is the time the Lord's like, Lord, I'm finna issue my judgment upon my people, because the scriptures also say in 1 Peter that the Lord said that he should start in his house first. Judgment. When you go into that word judgment, it means good or bad. So starting also with the wicked of people that are, because there's wicked niggas that are in Israel. There are people that are in Israel that are not right, but also people that are Israel but not are Israel. You know what I'm saying? Those that are of really those that don't know they're Israelites. 2/3 of our people. So this judgment coming on both sides. You know what I'm saying? So also on our side, the people that know they're Israel, these leaders of Israel that are all right, and also the wicked of our people that's not in Israel. You know what I'm saying? That's wicked as well, and that's playing in those things. Of the wickedness. You know what I'm saying? Because it's both sides to this thing. Because like I said, we see people that's within Israel that isn't right. That's going to be just by the Most High. But there's people that are not of the circumcision, or as we would call not a day, or not other, because a lot of our people aren't of the circumcision, which Paul was speaking to the strangers, right? Which we would call the regular so-called near not a day that don't know he's Israelite. He's considered a stranger not a day. All right, he would be considered what? A stranger, a heathen. A man doesn't know he's an Israelite, he's going to be judged as well according to his deeds. So the Most High is bringing judgment on both sides. So that word judgment goes back to whether good or bad. But that was it. I'm gonna keep on let this rest of the video play. We'll go ahead and get into that. First Maccabees, the spirit.
You will face severe criminal penalties and lengthy sentences in jail. This includes Antifa and others who are leading instigators of this violence. One law and order, and that is what it is. One law. We have one beautiful law. And once that is restored and fully restored, we will help you, we will help your business, and we will help your family. America is founded.
So he said one law, one order.
Upon the rule of law. It is the foundation of our prosperity, our freedom, and our very way of life. But where there is no law, there is no opportunity. Where there is no justice, there is no liberty. Where there is no safety, there is no future. We must never give in to anger or hatred. If malice or violence reigns, then none of us is free. I take these actions today with firm resolve and with a true and passionate love for our country. By far, our greatest days lie ahead. Thank you very much. And now I'm going to pay my respects to a very, very special place. Thank you very much.
And this devil, whatever the fuck he meant, his special place, he's going to go pray to Satan, man. That's what these devils do. And you can see that this man, Donald Trump was the last president of the United States of America. He is that man to bring forth that new world order. Hold on, let me try to pause the bullshit. Yeah, he is that man of that new world order. He is that puppet of the elites that they're using to make this man bring forth their new world order, man. He is that guy. You know what I'm saying? He's that guy. He's that guy. He said one law, one order. And we understand that one law, one order is what? That microchip, the mark of the beast, right? That one law, that one order. It's only one, and that's the same thing that will happen in the time of the Maccabees. There's that one time, one law, one order. Because at that time we weren't allowed to be Israelites. We weren't allowed to take hold of our customs. We were under their laws and under their order. That's what Scripture talk about when you read Revelation 16. The beast really started in what? The first image of the beast was Rome. But now we're at the last end of the beast. You know what I'm saying? The beast, the whore. Read Revelation 17, the dragon. This is the NATO and the EU, the European Union, and also the European Union is the beast because they're already implementing the chip over there. You know what I'm saying? The image of the beast, and the microchip's going to start over there in Europe. Okay, over there in over there in Europe, man, in Great Britain. It's going to start over there because that's the beast system. See, that's the beast. America is the whore, but also as the beast going to do what the whore is going to bring over here to the whore, man. Because they all work together. They all work as one. All right. But this is 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 17. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. So judgment is coming. It should begin at the house of the Most High. Right now, you can, however order you want to put that in. They can start with the men that know the wicked niggas that know the Israelites. That's not being true to their heritage. It's not being true to the flock. Like how we say it again. Like I said. Nate, by him saying that you can go take the vaccine. General Yohana saying that John the Baptist was never in the truth. Right? All those leaders of our people that are within the nation of Israel, that know that Israel, that's not leading the flock right, and the Most is going to deal with you. Right? But also those of our people who aren't living in that way, they're living in the way of the heathen, they're going to be dealt with as well. For the time to come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. And if it first begin at us, what shall it end? Well, what shall it be the end for them that obey not the gospel of the Most High? And if the righteous scarcely shall be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? So this was they asked. So if judgment shall begin at our house first, what shall it do for the ungodly and the sinner? Which two are people that are ungodly and they're the sinner. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, this is going both ways, both sides. It's going to begin at the house of the Most High. And they 2/3 of our people, they are the house of the Heavenly Father. They are the house of the Lord. They're the Most High's people. So those going to begin first at our house. Then those going to deal with everybody else. Then those going to go out and go. They were going to start fucking up Esau, these other nations. But first, judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. All right, it must begin at the house of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. That's what judgment's going to first lay. Judgment's going to first start holding that. We're seeing it, man. We're seeing this thing play out beautifully through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. And like I said, these things we've been speaking of for a long time. We've been saying that these things are going to come, but our people they didn't want to appear to things we were saying. They thought we were crazy. They thought things we were saying were wonton. They thought we were full of shit. But now they're starting to see that what we've been saying is true. But let me just go get a little bit of this first Maccabees real quick. Just a little quick little brief on it. This is really the whole thing, to be honest, but I kind of want to touch upon it real quick. It's on a quick little slope. Let me see. I'm gonna read this. This is First Maccabees chapter 1. Really, brother, I could read the whole entire story, but I'm kind of gonna get a little bit of a brief, a couple quick little hits on it. This First Maccabees chapter 1 verse 30, and he spoke parables, words upon them, but will not declare for them that they had given him counsel. He fell suddenly upon the cities and smote it very sore and destroyed much people of Israel. So it's going into Antiochus and Epiphanes, right? Antiochus. Antiochus is also Slakia. Antiochus and also Alexander. All right, Alexander, Antiochus Epiphanes. These were the men that started up that started the problem with Israel when the time of 70 AD. All right, Titus Julius Alexander. Okay, this is that man that really was pushing. He was one of the generals of Rome. So he was a high general of Rome. He was really pushing out that slaughter upon the people of the Most High. He was the main one orchestrating the whole thing. All right. So this is the same time we're living in now. All right. We can refer that to Donald Trump and all these. He was what? Hey man, Titus Julius Alexander, that man that was bringing forth that order to do what to slay the Israelites, man. You know, to bring forth that judgment upon the people of the Lord. You know, because of the rebellion that was going on and within Israel and Rome. Okay, Jerusalem and Rome. All right. Well, let me try to go up to verse 27. This is verse 27. Every bridegroom took up lamentation, and she that sat in the marriage chamber was in heaviness. The land also was moved of the inhabitants of Jacob was covered with confusion. So this was going on right now. Hey, the inhabitants of Jacob is in great confusion. Our people don't know what the fuck is going on. You know, Jacob's out here riding. He's out here riding. He think he's riding for rights. You know, for acceptance, but he don't know he's riding for his own death. You know, our people don't know what the hell's going on. You ask Jake, hey, know what's going on in the world? Hey, bro, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I'm just out here. Black Lives Matter. That's it. That's all our people know. They're in great confusion. They're confused mentally. They don't know what the fuck is going on. You know, they're just reacting to what they were given. Jacob was confounded with confusion, and after 2 years fully explained that the king sent chief council of tribals unto the cities of Judah, whom came unto Jerusalem with a great multitude, and spoke parables, words with them, but was deceit. So they spoke words of deceit. So Esau came in, right? The Roman soldiers, like we said the other day. Hey, there's a video of so-called white people. I hear alarms going off right now as I'm speaking. But there was a video of so-called white people giving a kneel to the so-called Negro Latin American for their being sorry for what their ancestors did. They were speaking smooth words, and that goes back to Psalms. That goes back to Psalms 55, man. Right? That his words smooth than butter, but war was in his heart, and we're gonna go into that too. And he spoke parables, words upon them, but all was deceit. For when he had given him counsel, he fell suddenly upon the city and smote it very sorely and with sore destruction. And much people of Israel, when he had taken the spoils of the city, he set it on fire and pulled down the house walls, therefore on every side. But the women and children took they in captivity and passed the cattle. Is that so? They took the children, the women, and the children. They killed the men, took the women, and they took the women and children. Because what do you do? You know, what do you do when you go through when you slaughter people? Hey man, you kill the men, but you take the women and children. Because like I said, also in the Willie Lynch letter, it says all you have to do is make the Negro woman break her in like you break in a horse. Because how do you break in a horse? You take the horse, you make the horse uncomfortable. You give the horse no reason but to depend on you. You know what I'm saying? So then now, therefore you destroy the Negro woman, right? You take her you take away from the man. You know what I'm saying? You make her uncomfortable. You put her in the state when she has nobody to depend on is but what the oppressor and also herself. And now she's gonna raise the man to be scared and to always be afraid and to always depend on him to be weak-minded, right? But be strong physically, but weak in the mind because she's gonna be afraid for his life. And what does she do with the little girl? She flips the roles. So now she's training the woman to be mentally independent. When the man should be mentally independent, and a woman should be needy and mentally weak and automatically submissive. But she took that to her son. She made her son mentally weak and mentally submissive. All right. That's why Esau did that in that time, because he already knew, well, fuck it. All I gotta do is kill the men, take the women and the babies, and therefore I can do whatever the hell I want to do with them. I can train them to do what I want them to do. I can form them to be what I want them to be. So now when they have kids, they're gonna be me. They're gonna be just like my people. And that's what did Esau do to us? Hey, look at Jake nowadays. These niggas that we see that walk around every day that suck their pants. These are spawns of the so-called white man. This generation, these are generational. This is what the so-called white man has made. The so-called white man has made black people. So-called white man has made black people. And when you think about it, going to the word black, it means everything negative. You know, everything that's not positive, dark, void of light, unrighteous, unholy. Everything that you can think of the word black is evil. So Esau made black people. He made you niggas to think that you're black. All right. He made you think that. He formed you to be the wicked, to be so-called the wicked. We're the righteous, and he's the wicked. That's why. Ooh, gotta get that scripture as well too, man. See, the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah is rolling. This is Slack. Let me get this real quick. Gotta pull this out, man. Gotta pull this out of the spirit. The book of Maccabees is heavy. You know what I'm saying? So brothers, you know, I encourage brothers to read this because it goes in deep on how we was getting fucked up in that time, and we're about to get fucked up again. But 2/3 about to get messed up. All right. But for the election, amen, Lord's will, you know, like I said, amen, we're gonna be straight. You know, this is 2 Corinthians 11 and 14, and marvel and no marvel for Satan. I'm verse 13. For such are false apostles, the deceitful works, and transforming themselves into apostles of the Mashiach. And no marvel of and no marvel of for Satan, and no marvel for Satan himself is transformed unto an angel of light. So what did Esau, so white man, do? He made himself into the Most High, right? He made himself everything righteous, and he made us wicked. That's why when you go to these different nations and these different countries, they look at black people to be thugs and gangsters. You go to China, they think the so-called black man, he's a thug and a gangster. But then now when you go to when you speak upon the so-called white man, you then just think about what holiness, godliness, everything that's pure. That's why words are important as well. Because what does the devil do? That's why he named himself white. Because why? He named himself white to give himself positivity only. Because the word white is everything positive. The word black is everything negative. You know what I'm saying? And this is a mental mind game. This is a mental mind game. Just like I said, it was like camp, and my pops was going over it, talking about the black and white TVs, right? And we really think about it, it's really true. What do you do when you only have black and white on a TV? We looked black. When you look at a so-called black man, he actually looked black. But on the TV, you look at the so-called white man, he actually looked white. But in all actuality, nobody's black and nobody's white. Hey, look at what this devil has done. Look at the mind games and the mind twist this man has done to us, and also his own. You know, he flipped everything upside down. He made everything the wrong way, man. You know, he flipped the whole entire game, and this is why the Most High going to destroy him. He flipped the whole entire game over, man. You know, because when you think about it, nobody's really black and nobody's really white. You know, because hey, you can look at me clearly, I'm brown. All right, we're gonna keep on going to this. So marvel not, and marvel for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. So Satan himself transformed himself into an angel of light. You know, he made himself an appearance of the things that are righteousness. You know, but he made us in everything that are negative. Let me go back into this book of Maccabees, 1 Maccabees, when I was at this Maccabees chapter 1, verses 31. And when he had taken the spoils in cities, he set on fire and pulled down the houses and walls, therefore, on every side. But the woman and child took they captive and possessed the cities. Then built they cities of David with the great strong wall with mighty toros, and made it strong and hold for them. And they put therein sinful nations, wicked men, and filled themselves therein. So this was the wicked men, And let me get this quick scripture when it goes into let me see this quick verse when it talks about how, what I'm saying, we should be put to death if we did anything according not according to the law. Yeah, the kind of, so this is First Maccabees chapter 1 verses jumping down to verse I'm gonna jump to verse 48. And that stood also and that they should also leave their children uncircumcised and make their souls abominable with all the manner of uncleanness and profane, and that they might forget the law and change all ordinance. So that his whole point was for them to forget the law. And what happened what happened going back to slavery? We forgot the law of our power. We forgot who we were as a people. So that's what he did. He flipped everything. He made everything on the other side. He made everything wrong, man. He made everything completely against the children of Israel. He made us forget our law. He made us forget our heritage. Right? So now some jigs don't even get circumcised. Some jigs don't even get circumcised, man. So that's what this old white man has done. He took the whole entire game over. To the end that they might forget the law and change all ordinance. And whosoever would not do according to the commandments of the king, he should die. So it ain't the commandments of the king, he should die, man. So this is what's going on right now. Our people are going to get ready, are about to get fucked up out here. You know what I'm saying? So for all you niggas that's out there protesting for this devil, that's out here doing what you're doing, hey man, look, you out here protesting within the day you're supposed to do it. Hey man, but you're about to get fucked up. He's about to roll on you. Hey man, this man is ready to roll on you. This man right here, Donald J. Trump, he is ready to roll on your ass like 70 AD, man. All right, 70 CE, 70 AD, he is ready to roll on your ass. All right, he's ready to roll on your ass. And it's time for you niggas to wake up and see this man is your enemy. He's great. This man is great Satan coming upon you with great wrath. It's so-called white man's coming for our asses, man. But the many of y'all by shot, we're ready spiritually for this. So I kind of know that's it. This is pretty basic. I want to really bring out the spirit. I don't really want to go too heavy into it. Just kind of want to bring a couple points on the book of Maccabees because really the whole chapter is good. The whole chapter, really the whole entire book, the whole entire chapter from 1 all the way is really to be highlighted and to be taken notes of. Because it's the time that we're living in, and also, stay prayed up in the spirit because, hey, man, we come in serious times. That's what give our praise on, which are already in serious times, but that's what give our praise on to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashim Kodash, the balance of the apostles, the great middle stars to the spirit, peace and much love inside of Israel. With that, hey, Shalom.